South Sudan. Welcome to Around South Sudan. You go to podcast for the stories that shape our nation. Each week we explore the most impactful headlines that are shaping the narrative in South Sudan. We delve into issues related to national development, peace building, politics, culture and economics. To stay informed and engaged, tune into Around South Sudan and be part of the conversation that matters. Subscribe now and join us for the stories that connect us all. Together, let's explore the heart of South Sudan. Welcome to Around South Sudan. You go to podcast for the stories that shape our nation.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Around South Sudan podcast, which comes to you every Friday and where we bring you current affairs ranging from politics, agriculture, health, economy, climate change, among many others. My name is Emmanuel Joseph Akile and I'm sitting in for my colleague Lasuba Memo, who's the host of this program. Now, the National Parliament has ratified 4 bilateral agreements with the government of the United Arab Emirates, or UAE, during an extraordinary sitting held on Thursday. Now, the agreements include a memorandum of understanding on the exemption of entry visa requirements for nations or nationals of both countries, an air services agreement covering flights between and beyond South Sudan and the UAE, an agreement on the avoidance of double taxation and the prevention of fiscal evasion, and the fourth is a bilateral investment treaty. That is the bilateral investment treaty aimed at promoting and also protecting investments between the two nations. All the 4 agreements were ratified during a single parliamentary session yesterday. However, the ratification was not without contention. Some lawmakers voiced opposition or concerns, arguing that the agreements primarily serve the interests of political and economic elites rather than the broader population of South Sudan. So to put this into perspective, and the question we ask, how could South Sudan really benefit from these agreements with the UAE, and what are their potential implications for the country's economy and sovereignty? Now, to shed more light on this and to expand on these agreements, I'm joined live here by Honorable Atem Garang, who's a member of the National Parliament. He was present there yesterday. He's from Teach East County of Jonglei State. It's good to have you with us here, Honorable. Welcome to Around South Sudan podcast on iRadio.
No, thank you so much, and I'm really delighted to be hosted by iRadio.
Yes. Now, first of all, describe to us the atmosphere in Parliament yesterday during the deliberation of these agreements. And were there any, let's say, major points of contention among the lawmakers?
Well, there was issues of even procedure. The procedure was that when the voting came for passing the first bill and the second and the third and the fourth, it's usually when there is a contention, when there are people who are voicing that we are against the subject matter of whatever is being discussed or deliberated in the assembly, then the speaker should divide. That is according to section 76 of the conduct of business of the assembly, 2011 amended 2021. It says that when there is a contention over issue, then people have to vote.
Yes.
Those who are saying yes, they have to be the first to be asked, and then they vote. If they are 100, they are 200, 300. Then those who are against it, if they are 20, they reject it, and those who will abstain also have to be rejected. That one was not done, while there was people who were voicing this. It's just only for recording, because if the majority have said yes, it is their right to say yes and to pass the agreement, but also it is the right of the people who are saying no to be recorded and for the history that there were people against. Why we are against those 4 agreements, not only one, but all of them.
So there were people, the people who opposed to the ratification, I mean, they were not recorded?
Well, they were not recorded. How many of them? They were, because people it was just, there is something called, according to section 75 of the conduct of business of the assembly, which says there is something called voice voting. If the majority said yes, and then nobody said no, then it is considered to have been passed. But if people said yes, and then there are people more than 10 said no, then people have to be counted. It is called division. You divide the assembly. It means division. You vote for yes, vote for no, and abstention, which was not there. Those who are abstained are not voting for yes or for. Now, yesterday, there was people who were saying those agreements are against our interest as a nation. They are against our economy. They are against our security. We are a fragile nation. We are in a fragile region. And therefore, we have to be very careful. Those agreements or MOUs, for some of them, one of them was signed 10 years ago, was drafted, considered to have been drafted as an agreement 10 years ago, and it was not brought to Assembly. It gives a question that the situation between us and Emirates and what I call geopolitics in our region during the last 10 years has changed so much. It has changed so much, even Sudan is not the same Sudan. And therefore, it could have been restarted again. People could have sit down, restudied the situation. How will those agreements benefit us after 10 years from thinking of them? Some of them were signed 6 years ago, 2019. So there was nothing new about them. And even yesterday, it was an extraordinary meeting, sitting of the assembly. Nothing is very urgent. Nothing is urgent. On those one, they have stayed 10 years. The other one 6 years. And you come and tell me, honorable members, it is very urgent and we have to pass it in one day. What is it?
You think there was pressure somewhere from?
Why I'm against those 4 of them, all of them? They don't benefit us.
Right.
They are illusions, elite illusions.
First, I want you to briefly explain to us the agreements itself. I can see you have the documents. So what are they all about, and why are you against South Sudan ratifying or having these agreements?
Yes. Let us start with the visas.
Yes. The entry visa.
The visas, if you make a visa which is free, and not only that, for the Emirates, the holders of all types of passports, they have the right to stay in South Sudan. While when you go and stay in their country, you go free, but you don't stay except those with the diplomatic passport. It means it's meant for the elites who have money, who can go and enjoy their money there, and nobody will disturb them because there is an agreement between the two countries. Somebody from Raja or from Pibor or from Bentiu who is in his farm and you want to go to Emirates, he can enter, but he will not stay there. It's not like the elite. This one is there. But the most serious side is that, first of all, all of us, we know terrorism is actually breed in Middle East. This is where terrorism is. And they actually export it to other regions, to Africa, to Asia, to United States, to Europe. And Europeans, they know this. And even this is why they sometimes, when there are refugees going through Turkey, they will give some financial benefit to Turkey to keep them, to keep the people who are claiming to be refugees. Because they know that they will come with terrorists who are well trained, and they will go and terrorize them. For us, as a fragile nation, in a fragile region, we have to reject this. Why? Because if people can move free, before our security could check them, because if somebody applies in Dubai or in Emirates, wants to come to South Sudan, our institutions of security sector, they will verify that person, will try to study him or her for two weeks or 1 week, and then after that can be granted or can be denied. But now, you will allow everybody to come here. This is one factor which is there. The other one is, and then those terrorists, you know why they are rich. They invest in drugs. And then they can come here, and then they come and make an illicit trade. They may be looking for diamonds, gold, which is not going through the government, like our gold is not going through it's going out from the country. And everybody knows
illegal.
It is illegal. It's not going through the Ministry of Mining. It's not going through the Ministry of Finance or we have a reserve of our gold in our national bank. So they will come here and they will be making money laundering. Again, like this thing of visa exemption. They mention the committee which prepared the document saying, yes, it is good and it is within our constitution, provision. It's not true. Because our economy will be in danger. I wish if the committee could have done a research. What research? That exactly those who are making trade now, who are between Juba and Dubai, who are they? They could have found out that 96 or 95% are foreigners. They are not South Sudanese. Those who are selling the electronics, which they bring them through our airports. But sometimes corruption can make them to be like, what do you call it, smugglers, because they will, it is called a briefcase trade. You come with 10 bags full of clothes, full of electronics, and then you can make with the officials, they say, no, these are 10 bags, and 5 of them are just personal. And then this one, they have some goods, and then you are taxed for 5 and the other 5. How many of you, if you are 100 people within 1 week, or how much money which are supposed to have been collected by the revenue authority have gone without being collected? And then they come and sell them with our money, with very high prices, and then they exchange this money with the hard currency in the market with a very high exchange, which is not legal. And so they want hard currency in their hands. And again, if you open our doors like this, to be more wider than it is now, people will be coming in with clothes which are bought from Dubai, from Emirates. Now, they don't manufacture them. They buy them from, say, Turkey, from Vietnam, from Bangladesh, and they tax them there, and they sell them. Now, when we go from Juba, it's like somebody going to Konya to go and chop. Already goods which have a local taxes on it, and we come and sell them. So we become like a branch shops of the Emirates. Why don't we go directly to Vietnamese to buy the clothes there, to the Turkeys, to Bangladeshis? We make an agreement with them that you manufacture clothes, and then we need to buy from you such a number per a month, per a year, and equivalent to such 100,000 million, 10,000 million, 10 million, so something like that. And therefore, making this agreement is like electronics. Does Emirates manufacture electronics? They buy from China. They buy from India, put on their own taxes, and then we go and buy the electronics with their taxes, and we come and sell them here. Why don't we go directly to India and we buy them? It means you identified 2 traders, 3 traders who are nationals, and then they will travel. You allow them, give them the hard currency needed to go and buy those ones. They will bring them. People from the region, from the states, coming from Wab, coming from Malakal, coming from Yei, they will buy from the central trader who brings the electronics to South Sudan in Juba. So the prices will be reasonable. It will not be like those brought by foreigners through a briefcase trade, as I call it. So we have to trade direct with those who are manufacturing. Why should we trade with Emirates, which is not for producing anything?
So you mean the agreement on the exemption of visa entry requirements benefits Emirates more than South Sudan?
We have nothing to benefit even. Benefit them only. They don't have nothing to benefit us.
From our side, it benefits the elite or people who have money.
Yeah, who will go and consume their money in comfort there. This is what they want to do.
So you are saying this agreement do not serve the national interest?
Because now Emirates itself, the Sudanese are fighting among themselves. And the best mediator in the region could be our president, President Salva Kiir. Because both sides who are fighting in Sudan, they have confidence in him. The people who are out of the government with rapid
Support force.
they have confidence in wisdom of the president of South Sudan. The same thing, the government under General Burhan, they have confidence in the wisdom of the president of South Sudan. Therefore, our mediation is more important than making any agreement. This agreement was 10 years ago, before the war in Sudan. And if you made an agreement, and one side in Sudan think Emirates are enemies, then we are prejudicing our security, our national security. You could have said, okay, we are not going to make an agreement, whether investment, whether it's about visas, whether about air transport. What do we transport? Do we have air transport to go and make this? You don't have you don't make an agreement on something you don't have. You make an agreement of something you have. And even the one of investment, for example. Investment, you have to identify what you want to invest on first. For let's talk about tea. We have a land which could be good for tea in Upper Talanga in eastern Equatoria. If the local government there, the state government, with our national government, could study that place, how many hectares are they? If you plant, how much money will this be? I mean, the cost of, feasibility study of if you plant tea there, and after growing and you harvest it, how much money will you gain from it per a year? After you have prepared even the maps of the land, and only you are looking for investors, not investors to come and say, no, I think I want to make a farm of Sim. Oh, okay. Later I think of it. No, there's nothing like that in the investment. You have already studied areas, particular areas. And also, being a strategical person or being a strategical nation, you would say, okay, you want to invest on what? I want to invest on, for example, sunflower. Okay, we have a study of sunflower in Mundri, for example. And we have 1 million hectare for this. Are you ready? The investor was saying, okay, I will be ready for 250,000 hectares. And then you make your conditions, and then they come immediately to the land because already you have studied, you have known the soil, you have known the rain, you have known the system of irrigation, whether it will be by river, whether it will be by, is it a seasonal river? Is it a river which is running throughout the year? If it is a seasonal river, will you need a small dam to irrigate your, or is it by rains, which they may, and you have to consider the erecting rains of certain years. So all these, they will be ready in a paper. And you said, okay, I'm looking for investors to come and invest in this, which is ready.
Right.
But this one, it is just illusion. It's not.
I want to bring in number 2, which is the air service agreement covering flights between and beyond South Sudan and the UAE. And you earlier talked about the issue of flights. And like you mentioned, we are still a young country. The issue of infrastructure is a big deal for us, actually. And comparing the development in South Sudan with UAE, there's a huge difference. What makes you think, or what actually prompted your idea to oppose this number 2, the issue of air service agreement? Why do you think that it will not benefit us as South Sudan? Or what is the detail of this agreement?
First of all, what air service do we offer to them? What do we offer? Do we have we trained our people for the last 20 years from 2005? Have we been thinking of this? Have we sent 1,000 young people in 2006 or 2007 to go and study aviation? Because we knew, I was in Khartoum as a deputy speaker. I was 100% people were going to secede from Sudan. And we are going to have our own country. We have been talking with people. People send young people in all fields of life.
Like?
Outside the countries, and countries were ready to assist us. You talk to United States, I need some people of aviation, I have 500 young people. They will accept them. They will say, okay, we'll come and train them. And the same thing to India, the same thing to Russia, all over the world, in aviation, in agriculture, in engineering, whatever. And now, you come and talk about air service. What do we have? We don't. First, of course, the small airlines we have, their names is not good because of the air accidents which has taken place. The air crashes, one in Juba. How many in Juba? 2. One in the island here, east of Juba. One in the tail of the airport, west of the airport.
Yes.
The other one in Bentiu. The other, many. And our credibility is, unless we prove that we are credible, then we can be considered to be also. So Emirates, they have their interest, which they want to do. Maybe possibly tomorrow they will come and fly internal and domestic flights, which will be an exploitation of our people. I'm against it because it doesn't benefit us. You don't make an agreement of something you don't have. Air service. It is called air service.
Yes.
What does it? What does it give? What does it add to us?
Air service agreement, yes.
Yeah, air service agreement. What was it?
Don't you think it's a wake-up call also for us as South Sudan to really think about prioritizing the aviation industry in South Sudan, and how best can the government really invest in the aviation industry?
But wake up, it doesn't be done through bad agreement like this. You do it, good thing. You send your young people, even if you don't have the industry, they will be the one to create the industry. You cannot make first a factory, and then after that you come, because in my mind, if you want to make, for example, the Anzara agro industry complex, where the cotton was planted in the Yambio area, and the company was there, the factory was there. If, for example, you think of reactivating that project, then from now, you send young people on the same area, I mean the subject or project you want to launch, send them out to 10 of them, 100 of them. And then after that you come and say, I need investors to come. And then they will ask you, do you have a manpower? You said, yes, I have. I have 100 people in this area. But if you don't have them, and I don't understand how do we think. So it's not a wake up, but still you will be sleeping. You will be sleeping because how many agreements have we signed? And we are not utilizing them properly. Even the one of East Africa. Have we domesticated all the regulations which are there? Have we domesticated them? We have signed them, but we are still sleeping.
Right. So what do you make of the avoidance of double taxation and the prevention of fiscal evasion? Don't you think we will not benefit from it?
We don't benefit from it. It's a very intelligent agreement from Emirates. Very intelligent.
Tell us more about that.
Very intelligent, because we have a tax called business profit tax. I think they call it something somewhere there. But it is the same. It is when you have benefited from your trade, the government used to take a percentage from your benefit, 10% to 40% sometimes. In some countries it's 40% from your profit. If you have 1 million, you give 400,000 to the government, and you go with 600,000 as a profit pure for you. It's a tax-free after that. Now, they talk about investment. So they come and invest in South Sudan. And then when you say, no, you have benefited. Now you have 10 million this year. And from 10 million, we need 40%. They will say, no, we have an agreement of avoiding taxes. So it is a very intelligent one. They will come and invest, the investment which may, I don't know what type of investment would they would they do with us. They are not, it's not a technical country. It's just a third world country, not like India, Vietnam, Brazil, which are in the middle. They are not third world, they are not first world, they are somewhere there between us and the advanced world. Emirates is not among those countries. And therefore, this avoidance of taxes is for the interest of Emirates, not for us.
So you're saying
what taxes do you have there? What it is for elites who are taking their money there. But after all, are they investing there? What are they doing? What business can they do in Emirates? What business can they do? Gold? It may be gold, but it is, after all, it is a smuggled gold from the government of South Sudan. Government of South Sudan doesn't know that gold is going out from our territories. So it is considered to be a smuggled gold.
And oil is not connected with this, the issue of investments and all.
Of course, because these were the prices, the marketing is done there. You know, Emirates, to me, is a country where the conspiracies, political conspiracies, security conspiracies, business conspiracies are done. So oil is connected with it. It is those who it is where the prices will be done. Because we are dealing with the Eastern world. And Eastern world, they have two things which are, there is no accountability, like Chinese, which are dealing with us with our oil. They are not accountable to anyone. And number two, you cannot go to their courts to sue them, and then somebody will listen to you in India or in Beijing or in Malaysia. No. But if it is Western world, you go to Canada, you go to United States, you go to United Kingdom, the court will listen to you, and the company will be cool, and they will compensate you if it is proved that they have damaged your environment. If they were not open and they were not transparent in selling of your oil. So Dubai is where the Eastern and the Westerners who may not like their governments to tax them and to make them accountable, they will come and trade there. So it is connected with that.
Right.
Yes.
And Honorable Atem, were these agreements negotiated transparently, according to your observation? And also, was there any public consultation or, let's say, parliamentary debate before the ratification, which happened yesterday?
Usually, well, our parliament may be also new, with the new people. Everything is new. But traditional parliaments, when any bill is tabled, being a bill, be an international agreement, be a bilateral agreement, be a tribal agreement, I subject it to experts' opinions. It means, like those agreements, we could have contacted the committees which are responsible. They would have contacted experts in all the areas of, not even before even discussing them in the plenary. Expert from universities, University of Juba, expert even
people from think tank,
the think tanks, exactly. They have to bring civil society. They have experts. You have people, Union of Engineers, Union of maybe people of aviation. They have all of them who are not working with the government. They will bring the view which will represent the people of South Sudan. And therefore, those ones were brought from the office of the president, direct to the assembly, assembly to the committees, committees back to the assembly, and they were passed.
Yesterday.
And we who want to express ourselves, why we are against them, were even shouted down by some of the members, but we thank the speaker allowed us also to express ourselves. Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
And
So those agreements are not for the interest of our people.
And what do you think are the short-term or long-term implications that we might actually fall into because of these agreements? Because it might be a trap. We might not see it with the vision or in long-term implication or effect of this agreement. What do you think can happen to us as a consequence due to these agreements?
No, these agreements will allow those who are siphoning out our money to be free to move there, to stay there, because the agreement allows them to do that. The agreements, in the long run, will benefit Emirates. You will not tax them. If they benefited something in our country, they will be the holders of all types of visas are allowed to stay here, while only what do you call them? The diplomatic passport holders are the one allowed to stay there. And by the way, diplomatic passports in the world are given to very few people. Either people who are working in diplomatic missions of the nation, like Ministry of Foreign Affairs and their families, the presidency, for example. Imagine in Sudan, I was a deputy speaker, and my diplomatic passport was only for 1 year. It will be renewed because your position is not a permanent one like the one of an ambassador or an official in the mission of South Sudan, wherever they are over the world or even within the country. So every year has to be renewed. If you lose your position, you lose the. But here,
the privilege of having
the privilege of having the diplomatic passport. But here, it's 4 years, 5 years, and even if you are not still holding the same passport, the same position.
Even if you are not a diplomatic.
Yeah, completely. You don't deserve. But people have it here. Normal citizens, they have it. No, it is. And you go to a country. It seems like a free one. It's not free. You will be accounted against your Minister of Foreign Affairs. They said, you have 100 people have entered Brazil last year, and we have only 20 who have entered your country. And then with the diplomatic passport, we need this money. And our ministry will pay them that money. So it's also a burden on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And Foreign Affairs is supposed to be the one to approve all the diplomatic passport, because it's a burden on them. And people may also misuse the passport, and then because it is called diplomatic, you must be diplomatic in your everything.
Right.
Everything must be diplomatic in you.
Yes. Many Junubin, Honorable Atem, at some point or sometimes question the role of Parliament, the lawmakers, and even the judiciary, saying executive is always on top and executive is always pressuring the Parliament, or the executive bypass the Parliament at some point. Do you think this passing, which happened abruptly, or let's say all of a sudden, extraordinary, and there was nothing extraordinary actually about the sitting yesterday, don't you think that proves the perception outside there that the executive is always pressuring the Parliament, or do not actually respect the Parliament?
Well, there are factors which might have made the Parliament not to be dynamic. One is that we inherited a system from the old Sudan, and old Sudan inherited it from the colonial system.
Yes.
So we inherited. When you inherit from a colonial system, you will try to behave like a colonial authority. This is what Sudanese did on us in South Sudan. When we became an independent country, also we are trying to play the same thing, that even the minister is more important than the chairperson of a committee in the Parliament. They are the same. And even the minister cannot summon a chairperson of a committee. A chairperson of a committee in any Parliament is senior to a minister, because they are the one calling them. They are like a headmaster. The headmaster is the one to summon the teachers. Teachers, they don't summon the master, the headmaster. The teachers are the one to summon the students. And the chairperson of a committee in the assembly is the one to summon the minister, come and explain this. Why is it taking this turn and this direction, not this direction, for example? He won't come and explain. But here, even when they write the people who were the first ministers in the independent South Sudan, 2011, they only will mention ministers and their deputies. They don't mention even maybe they can mention the speaker and not his or her deputies, and then the rest of the chairpersons. So what we inherited from Sudan is affecting us. One. Number two, the war which came in 2013 it's actually make the country to be crippled. It's not moving well, because where there is war, you don't think even clearly. And it is a civil war among people who are one people. For positions, not for any ideological issues. Nobody will say, oh, no, the country should be run this way. No. It is just, you can see it through the agreements. That, we want to be governors, we want to be deputy governors, and we want this and all that. So the war has affected the work of the parliament, because you are in a situation of war, where you will try to unite the arms of the government, the executive, the parliament, and then the judiciary to do one thing so the peace can be attained in the country. The other one, which has affected this parliament, is the way the speakers are brought. They are appointed. I thought the parties could have tried to train themselves on democracy, like SPLM, for example, my party, for example. The chairman could have called us, for example. He said, we want your speaker to, it is ours according to the agreement of 2015. And now we want the speaker is ours. And to me, because of the power sharing among us as SPLM, this time the speakership goes to this region. I mean to this state. And maybe say it is, and I want this to be women, for example. But you are the one to elect. Then the women from that state, they will compete.
The women among themselves.
The women, because the chairman will say, okay, we are dividing, we are sharing the power. Not any, just. So now you will have two things. The party has said, okay, this speakership goes to this part of the country. And particularly for the gender issue, female. It goes to women, for example. And then we will elect, all of us.
The women compete among themselves.
From that particular state.
You will elect them, yes.
And we elect one of them.
As MPs.
Yes. As SPLM MPs.
MPs, yes.
And then after that we bring to the assembly. And we said, our person is here, according to the agreement, it will not compete with another person, because the agreement is saying this. But if there was no agreement, then the other parties, they have the right to bring their person, but we will bring our person and we will vote for her or for him. If it is her, we will vote for her. Now, this speaker will feel she or he is accountable to the members. And we never underrate them. And under any circumstances, the absence of elected speaker by the members of the party, for example, even the deputy speaker for IO, the IO could have sit and said, the deputy speaker, we are bringing him from this or her. If it is him, then is bring him from this particular state.
Now we have a new one this week, actually. You have the first deputy speaker now.
Where he is elected by the members of his party?
Of course,
no. Of course it's no. So now his loyalty will go to who brought him.
The appointing authority.
The appointing authority, which is executive. So you find yourself, the assembly has become an executive, indirect.
But even you MPs, you also appointed.
Yeah. Well, we are appointed, but we want to stick, in Khartoum, we were appointed.
Because of the CPA?
Of the CPA. But now one thing was working. All of us in the assembly, plus the executive, Bashir, and President Salva, who was the first vice president, that the constitution, the interim constitution of Sudan, and the conduct of business of the assembly will be the one regulating and what do you call it, and ruling, is the ruling law. So, therefore, the parties have no right to revoke my membership from the assembly, even if I was appointed. Here, you are appointed, and your membership can be revoked at any time. It goes that way. Yes, we are appointed because there is war in the country, but appointment there are two categories. Categories of those who were elected with the president, 2011. That, 2010, is the one keeping the president to be our president. Because that mandate it is still until next elections. And even we who were elected also, with him. We also wait for the next election to come and evict us, not the war. You cannot say, okay, you are not members. Well, then you bring the other members, because the parliament, you cannot have an empty parliament. So our appointment is a bit a different thing, because the war have been imposed. But they have not imposed on us the speaker or even the chairs can be elected. Can be elected by their members. You can say, I want a chairperson. You, SPLM, you have 13, for example, chairperson, according to the agreement. You have this and this and this and this and this. Or even if you don't have the name of the committees. But you come and divide. You said, okay, 3 shares goes to Central Equatoria. 3 shares goes, for example, to Eastern Equatoria. 3 goes to Unity. 3 goes, for example. And then you said, okay, Ajama, as Unity, we need 2 shares, or will you say 3 shares? And you will be elected by your colleagues. We at the SPLM outside the parliament. We elect the chair there. And they will find that they were elected. Right. And the party, if they don't represent party well, as chairperson of the committees, we will say them no.
But why didn't you make that suggestion to your party?
To who?
That suggestion.
To who?
To your party.
How is the party?
That it can be done this way, or maybe
why the party should not know this? Why they don't know this for the last 20 years?
Okay.
You cannot correct that.
Alright. عندنا نسأل شو نتكلم شوية بالعربي، عندنا حوالي دقائق قليلة عشان نختم. طبعا يا هو بنتكلم في موضوع بتاع مذكرة الاتفاقية الأربعة ده. تفاهم بشأن إعفاء مواطني البلدين من تأشيرة الدخول. اتفاقية خدمات جوية بتغطي الرحلات الجوية بين جنوب السودان والإمارات العربية المتحدة وخارجهم. وكمان برضو اتفاقية لتجنب الازدواج الضريبي ومنع التهريب المالي، ومواحدة بتاعت استثمار ثنائية تهدف إلى تعزيز وحماية الاستثمارات بين البلدين. يعني برضو للمشاهدين بتاعنا أو المستمعين برضو باللغة العربية، طبعا أنت واحد من أعضاء بتاع البرلمان من الSPLM، ومبارح اللي أنت شفت أنه ما كان يتم الموافقة على الاتفاقية دي، لأن جنوب السودان ما بيستفيد منه مقارنة بدولة بتاع الإمارات. يعني ممكن تورينا بعض من الأسباب؟
نعم.
الأدى أنه أنت تشوف أنه كان غلط أنه نوافق عليه.
الأربع اتفاقيات أنا ضدهم كلهم، لما ما بفيدونا. ده اتفاقيات بتاع صفوة، ده ناس متعلمين، مو ناس متعلمين وبس، ناس عندهم قروش. اللي بيقدر يمشي دبي ويقعدوا هناك يخطوا قروشهم هناك. بتاعت الباسبورت، بتاعت جوازات السفر ده بفيد الإماراتيين، لأنه قالوا لو بكل، طبعا عندنا زي 4 نوع من باسبورت أو 5، في الدبلوماسي وفي الخاص وفي بتاعت الموظفين وفي ياتو وفي النورمال بتاعت المواطن بتاع جنوب السودان اللي هو 99%، 99.99 ده هو ناس بتاعت الباسبورت العادي ده. ديل بمشوا، ممكن يمشي دبي بدون تأشيرة، لكن ما بقعدوا، برجعوا طوالي حسب يعمل بمشي الدوك هناك. لكن بتاع دبلوماسي بقعد مدة دايرو مفتوح. ده بتاع فندية، ده اتفاق بتاع فندية. بعدين اتفاقية ده بتدور الاقتصاد بتاعنا، اتفاقية بتاعت الباسبورتات ده، بتاعت فيزا ده بتدور الاقتصاد بتاعنا وبتدور أمن بتاعنا. أمن بتاعنا شركة الشرق الاوسط ده محل اللي بيصنع فوقه ارهابيين. تجيب ارهاب ده بيخلي ارهابيين يجوا بلدنا ويجي يعملوا يسكنوا هنا ويخططوا هنا ويخربوا وين. حتى ممكن تعرف في بلد هناك عندنا بيقول مرفعين كان عمل بيت بتوع جنب بيت بتاعك ما بياكل غنمويات بتاعك، فاحتمال يجوا هنا ما بيعملوا شير حاجه بطال لنا، لكن بيكون محل بتاعنا ده محل اللي بيطلع فوق عشان يعملوا مشاكل في محلات تاني. والعالم الغربي وغيره هيقول انتم ناس جنوب السودان انتم زار مشتركين مع ارهابيين. ده بيجيب ارهاب. التجاره اللي قالوا والله ده بيسهل التجاره. تجاره شنط. زمان في السودان كان في تجاره شنط بين لبنان والسودان في السبعينيات. اكتشفوا في النهايه انه ده تجاره بتضر التجاره بتاع السودان. بيجيبوا ملابس وبيجيبوا حاجات كده وبيجي بيو ده ما فوق ضرائب كتير، لانه ده بيمر بمطار بس بيقول ده شنطات عاديه، ده بتاع عوين وبتاع منو. التجاره ده لو لجنه كان عمل بحث، الناس اللي بيمشوا دبي ده يعطوا ناس هيلقاوا 90% ولا 95% ده اجانب ما جنوب سودانيين. بعدين بيمشوا يجيبوا ملابس، امارات بيصنعوا ملابس
او الكترونيات،
بيجيبوا الكترونيات بيصنعوا الكترونيات. ليه نمشي له؟ ما نمشي فيتنام ولا نمشي نمشي تايوان ولا نمشي هند نشتريهم هناك، نشتري من الصين ونجيبهم. ليه نشتري بعد ما ياخذوا فيه ضريبه؟ هم بيجيبوا من هند وياخذوا فيه ضريبتهم، ونحن نمشي هنا نمشي نشتريهم. مع نحن بقينا زي دكان فرع بتاعهم، زي فرع بتاع تاجر من هنا قاعد في واو، فرع بتاع تاجر قاعد في ملكال. ده بيضر الاقتصاد بتاعنا. بالنسبه للانفستمنت، هم دايرين نعمل انفستمنت في شنو؟ في مشروع جهزناه وبكلف كم مليار او كم مليون دولار. المشروع جاهز عشان نيجي يقول لهم يا ناس الامارات عملنا اتفاقيه وفي مشروع بتاع بن يا هو جاهز، او مشروع بتاع شاي في اباتلانجا هنا جهزناه والواطه حددنا حدوده، وتعالوا بس دايرين تجيبوا قروشكم ومكاناتكم تجي تعملوا مال بتاع الشاي. ما جاهز. دي اتفاقيات. ليه عملوا بتاع استثمار؟ احتمال يجي يستثمروا في حاجه صغير كده
في جنوب السودان هنا،
في جنوب السودان. وبعد ما يربحوا يكون الاتفاقيه الثانيه بتاعت ضرائب ده قالوا ما يعملوا الضرائب، وما يعملوا ضرائب في ضريبه في التجاره بتاع شنو بتاع ارباح، ضريبه الارباح قالوا يلغوا، ما حيكون موجود. طيب وكان ربحوا عندنا ما بنعمل فوق ضرائب ارباح، دي بتضرنا. بعدين في اتفاقيه ثانيه بتاع طيران
الخدمات الجويه ده
عندنا شنو؟ عندنا كم سيد مدربين المضيفين
الطيارين
كم دربناهم؟ كم طيارين دربناهم؟ نحن لو فكرنا كدولة يعني بتاع السوشيال ويلفير، دولة بتاع الرعاية الاجتماعية، كان نحن كدولة نعمل ميزانية صغير وشبابنا قول 100 نفر، قول جيب 10 من كل ولاية تدربهم يكون طيارين، وديهم يونايتد ستيت، زي سعودي ارابيا ما كان بودي في يونايتد ستيت. حتى الناس اللي قتلوا ناس في 1 سبتمبر كانوا طيارين بيتدربوا في امريكا. ممكن نودي شبابنا ندربهم هناك وبعد كده نجي نعمل اتفاقيات مع الناس اللي عندهم. انت ما بتعمل حاجه ما عندك تعملوا اتفاقيه مع الزول. انت ما بتقول والله انت انا بشتري منك وانت تشتري مني بن وما عندك بن. لا، انت بتقول له انا بشتري منك كذا وتشتري مني كده. عشان كده الاتفاقيات ده كله مضر بالاقتصاد بتاعنا. شوف الامارات ده دولة فيه شوية من المؤامرات، واتفاقيات ده واحد منهم كان عمله قبل 10 سنة قبل الأوضاع في السودان يتغير. والسودان ده جيراننا، والسودان ده يوم بيمر فيه البترول بتاعنا وبيبيعوا في بور السودان. ما في امارات بياكلوا في امارات، لكن ما بيبيعوا ما بمر بامارات، بمر ببور السودان. قبل 10 سنة السودان كان ما عنده مشكلة مع الامارات. دلوقتي السودان بيشاكل في بعضه، ورئيسنا الناس اللي بيشاكلوا في السودان عندهم ثقة فيه. برهان عنده ثقة فيه، هميتين يستقى فيه ده زول بتاع وساطة عشان كده ما ممكن لو في جزء واحد من الجماعة دي اللي عنده مشكلة مع الدولة انت ما ممكن تجري تجيب لنا حاجة بتاع 10 سنة فات تقول والله نحن نمرر الليلة في برلمان عشان يبقى قانون. لا، انت تقول له الأوضاع يتغير، انتم بقى عندكم مشاكل مع جيراننا وجيراننا ده بنستفيد منهم. ما جيران ما زي ابو ظبي امين امارات لو تقارنوا مثلا مع صديقنا في نيوزيلاند مثلا، نقول يا اخي ده صديقنا لكن عنده مشاكل، ده مشاكلهم. لكن لو عنده مشاكل مع كونغو، ولو عنده مشاكل مع يوغندا، لو عنده مشاكل مع اثيوبيا، عنده مشاكل مع كينيا، عنده مشاكل مع السودان، انت تقدر تقول له لا ده مشاكلكم وانا ما فوقه؟ لا، دي انا بعتبره استراتيجيا ده خطا استراتيجي.
طيب كيف ممكن نطلع منه كجنوب السودان مثلا؟ يعني هل بعد ما البرلمان صدق عليه امبارح ما بالاجماع لكن يعني عدد كبير اكبر اللي صدقوا او وافقوا عليه انه خلاص ده بقى اتفاقيه، انه بتشوف انه ده حاجه خطا احنا عملناه، هل في طريقه انه ممكن نطلع من الخطا اللي عملناه ده، ولا خلاص ما في طريقه انه بعد ده خلاص، ولا المده بتاعت الاتفاقيه دي ممكن يكون كيف يعني؟
والله الاتفاقيه دي طبعا من جانبنا ما حتشتغل، ما عندنا حاجه عشان هنا هم هيجوا اللي هم دايرينه هيجي يعملوا وهنا ما حنستفيد وهنخسر في لانه في مساله بتاع غسيل اموال بيجي من دبي، ده مركز بتاع انطلاق بتاع غسيل اموال. زول يجيب غسيل اموال ومخدرات وغيره بيجيبوا هنا، بيجي يغسلوا في جنوب السودان. يعني حسا يا استاذ كده يتخيل اذا كان ناس بيعملوا عمارات جايين من السودان وما جايبين قروش من خلال بنوك، تفتر قروش ده قروش العمارات ده يعتبر ده غسيل اموال، لانه بعد شويه انت حتبيعه حلال، انه عندك قطع ارض انت اشتريته في جوبا، لكن انت جبت قروش ما في زول هيمشي ورا انت جبت قروش انت بنيت بيه العماره ده في جوبا، جبته من وين؟ انت بعد انت حتبيعه لشركه ثاني عنده رخصه رسمي شغال حلال يشتري منك قروش ده حتبقى حلال.
نعم.
وبعد كده ممكن توريه غرب العالم الغربي بيقبلوا لانك كان عندك قطع ارض في جوبا وكان بنيت فيه ويشتروا منك. نحن عملنا اتفاقيه مع سليم بالنسبه لنا ما حنطبقه بكوز الناس اللي بمشي او بمشوا، لكن ما في حاجه بيجي يفيدنا. وفي مستقبل حيجي برلمان بلغيهم،
ممكن يلغوا البرلمان اللي بيجي مثلا،
ممكن
كان مثلا انتخابات حصل ولا كده،
ممكن جدا بلغوا.
وقبل انت قلت موضوع هنا فراجل كانتري ولا كده، حتى نظرا برضه في الاقليم دول الاقليميه وكده ممكن برضه يتكلم في الموضوع.
ما نحن عندنا وضع محزوز، وضع ما مستقر، وضع بلدنا ما مستقر، الاقليم اللي هنا فوق ذاته ما مستقر. شوف كونغو كده جنبنا، شوف افريقيا الوسطى، شوف السودان، حتى اثيوبيا، حتى اقليم غامبيلا جنبنا في اثيوبيا ما مستقر. جنب مابان ورنج هناك ما مستقر في اثيوبيا. معلش نبي somehow كينيا ويوغندا، لكن دول افريقيا دي دول ما مضمونه، ممكن تقوم بكره الصباح تلقى انقلاب حصل في يوغندا ويبقى الناس اللي كانوا في حكومه يشيلوا سلاح ويبداوا يشاكلوا. فعشان كده انت بتعمل الاستراتيجيه بتاعتك، لانه اتفاقيه ده أجد واحد فيهم كان عمله قبل 6 سنة، والوضع الجو سياسيا يتغير كثير، ومبارك البرلمان ما نظر في كلام ده. دي أنا بعتبر خطأ استراتيجي، لكن المستقبل هيتلغى. هيتلغى إن شاء الله.
وبقية الام بيز أو أعضاء البرلمان اللي هم وافقوا عليه، يعني هم ما شافوه بنظرة قريب للنظرة بتاعك ده، ولا انت شايف في ضغوط ممكن يكون جاي من الاكزيكتيف
للامبيز
اللي هم وافقوا
عليه؟ والله
يعني
انت من حق بتاعك تنادي منهم. الناس المؤيدين يجي يوري الشعب جنوب السودان هم بيستفيدوا شنو منه. الزول في يي والفي راجا والفي جيجر والفي فشالة والفي مرانجبي هيستفيد شنو من الاتفاقيه ده؟ تجي اسهل خليه يورينا يستفيد شنو. لو بنستفيد منه انا ما مشكله انا هقول خلاص لو يستفيدنا بعدين هنقول معلش يا جماعه فهمناكم والله، لكن ده خطأ استراتيجي.
وحال البرلمان اتخذ الاجراءات الطبيعيه الصحيحه امبارح او في الموضوع ده، لانه انت ذكرت بعض من المواد قبل، وانت قلت حتى الناس اللي ما وافقوا وهذا ما حتى عملوا لهم كاونتنج، يعني ممكن تتكلم في موضوع.
نعم ومبارك كان في خطأ إجرائي. رئيس البرلمان سأل الموافقين يا جماعة، ناس قالوا نعم، فقمنا فوق اننا ناس قلنا لا نحن ما موافقين. في حالة ده حسب القانون بتاعت البرلمان مادة التصويت اللي هو نادى فوق ده التصويت بتاع مادة 75 بيقول تصويت بالصوت. لكن لو في ناس قالوا انت بقول يا جماعة موافقين نعم، موافقين نعم، خلاص ما في زول قام فوق وما في زول قال لا، خلاص يعتبر التصويت ده مشى. لكن لو في نفرين قاموا 10 لهذه 10 حسب القانون، لو 10 نفر قاموا فوق وقالوا لا، البرلمان بعده بيقول اوكي، رئيس البرلمان بيقول بعده اوكي، نحن حنصوت بعد 5 دقائق 5 دقائق بضربوا جرس، يضربوا جرس بعد 5 دقائق يقفلوا ابواب بتاعت البرلمان، وبعد كده يعملوا تصويت حسب الماده 76 اسمه تقسيم البرلمان. هتقسم البرلمان ل3 كتل، كتله بيقول نعم الموافقين يقوموا نحن ديل يقوموا فوق ايدهم 1 2 يقعدوا، الناس اللي بيقولوا لا يقوموا فوق ايدهم كده 1 2 3 ويقعدوا، الما موافقين ولا مع المرافضين الما دارين صوتوا يقوموا فوق ايدهم. ده يعتبر اجراء صحيح وبيقعد في مضبات لتاريخ ل50 سنه 60 سنه. بيقولوا زمان كان في اتفاقيات، كان في ناس رفضوهم وكان في ناس وافقوا عليهم.
وحنربل الاتيم يعني في وجهة نظر بتاعك للمستقبل، يعني كيف شنو ممكن نعمله الحكومه ممكن يعملوا عشان ما نقع في فخ زي ده مثلا كاخطاء زي ده في المستقبل، يعني انه لما في اتفاقيه دي يعني ممكن يكون في دراسه بطريقه كويس فوق زي ما قبل ذكرنا موضوع بتاع تينك تانك، موضوع بتاع مثلا زي جامعه جوبا وبوليسي ميكرز، الناس اللي ممكن الحكومه يستفيد منهم، اللي ممكن ينظروا لاي اتفاقيه او اي بيل بطريقه اوسع قبل ما احنا نستعجل وطوالي يجي البرلمان ويتم اجازته بسرعه كده، يعني للمستقبل. يعني
انت عارف اي اتفاقيات خارجيه، في اتفاقيات دوليه معروفه، معاهدات دوليه ما في اي اشكاليه. لو في اشكاليه، لو في ماده فوق نوع من التحفظ، الدبلوماسيين بتاعنا في وزاره الخارجيه ممكن نقول ان احنا القانون ده ما فيه تحفظ، ما فيه ماده بتاع التحفظ، اما توافقوا زي ما هو واما ترفضوا. وفي اتفاقيات بيجي دوليه من حق بتاعك تتحافظ على اي ماده، انت تقول ماده كده وكده وكده انا متحافظ عليه ولكن انا موافق على هنا، بمشي اسجله زي
يعني زود ريزرفيشن فوق، يعني
ايوه اوبزرفيشن، انت بقول انا اوبزرفيشن في ده وانا موافق على هنا. وفي ماده بيقول في اتفاقيه بيقول ما في اي تحفظ، توافق عليه وهي كله، زي اتفاقيه بتاع كوتنو بيسموه فيه حاجات بالنسبه للمسلمين بيشوفوه ما بيتماشى معهم، فبيتحافظ على مواد زي ده. في اتفاقيات في ويست في انترناشونال قالوا فوق الزواج المثلي، يعني راجل بيزوج راجل ومرأة بيزوج مرأة، اتفاقيات زي ده دولة زي جنوب السودان ما كان قالوا ما فيه تحفظ، انت ما بتمضيه. الدبلوماسيين بتاعك بينصحوك، بيقول الاتفاقية ده حتى لو رفضناه ما بضرنا، لو رفضناه ما بضرنا. وفي اتفاقية قالوا كان ما وافقنا عليه بضرنا دوليا، فحقوا نوافق عليه. دي بيكون مشورة بتاع الناس ده، الناس اللي هو بيكون في خارجية، والخارجية ده بيكون يعطوا ناس عندهم أول حاجة مؤسسات بحثية في خارجية تبقى دي ميزانية سنويا، ما ساكن ما بالاسم، لازم يكون عندهم محل بتاع دبلوماسيين، ولازم الدبلوماسيين السابقين اللي عندهم خبرة ده يكونوا موجودين فيه، وبيكون عندك مجلس بتاع الوزراء السابقين بتاع خارجية بيساندوا ناس في بتسميه في مراجعة بتاعت اتفاقيات البجي. طيب لما يجي اتفاقية ثنائية زي ده بتاع نفرين دولتين بس ما دولية، انت طبعا بكون دولية فيما بعد لما تمضوا، لأنه أي واحد يتخلى عنه بدون متابعة بتاعت النظام الموجود فيه بيكون انت خرجت الاتفاقية ده ولهم عواقب. انت زي ده انت بتجي دي زي ما انت قلت لمراكز الفكر، تبدي جامعة جوبا ياتو جامعة ياتو مركز بحثي، ده ناس ده بيدوا راي بتاعك. البرلمان برضه فوق خبراء. الناس دي اديهم تشانس، خليه يدرسوا كويس، بيعملوا حاجه اسمه ورشه. يعني اتفاقيات دي كان المفروض يعملوا فوق ورشه في برلمان، يعني. ورشه عمل في برلمان. بناجيهم فوق حتى اجانب، ناس خبراء، خبراء اصدقاء موجودين. انت ممكن تجيب ناس حتى من يوغندا، حتى من كينيا، مالو يعني. ده خبراء من جامعات، تقول لهم رايك شنو؟ هيقول لا والله انه عندكم طيران، كم طياره عندكم عشان تجي تعملوا حاجه عن طيران؟ عندكم كم مضيف او مضيفه؟ عندكم كم كده؟ عندكم كم ميكانيكي بتاع طائرات؟ دربوا ناسكم اول وسيبوا لكم من الاتفاقيه ده. كان بنصحونا زي ده، كان ما نعمل الخطا اللي عملناه.
Now, and before we wind up, we have about 5 minutes. Is this the first time we have some MPs opposing any agreement signed by South Sudan in any other country, or it happened before? And also,
no, and I even I was against it. I was the only person against it. I said ما وكي نمشي شرق أفريقيا ده ما هلبتها حرامية. نحن ما نمشي فوق، نحن ما ناس حرامية.
انضمامنا قصدك لدول شرق افريقيا؟
Yes. وده ده ناس حرامية، ما ننضم لحرامية. وده سجمانين، ما ننضم لسجمانين. خلينا نقعد برانا. ممكن ننضم لكوميسا. كوميسا واحد برينسبل بتاعه بيقول الزول اللي اقتصاد بتاعه ورا بيرفعه، ما بيستغلوا. في شرق افريقيا بيستغلوك، بيعملوك سوق بتاعهم، يجيبوا لك البضاعة ما بيشتروا في كينيا، ما بيشتروا في يوغندا، بيدعوا لك انت ما تجي تاكله، ما عندك حاجة هنا. You become a dumping ground for them. I was against it. So in parliament, yes. الزول بيقول رأيه ويقول لك كده. لكن طبعا ناس بيقول والله البارتي بتاعنا قال كده خلاص.
طيب شنو ممكن البرلمان يعملوا في المستقبل عشان ما يكون دائما بس بيسمع للحاجه اللي بيجيبوا الجهاز التنفيذي؟ يعني البرلمان يقوم بدور بتاع زي ما انت ذكرت قبل. كان في
انت حقه انت يستضيف رئيس البرلمان، يستضيف رئيس البرلمان واساله قول له كيف البرلمان يكون ديمقراطي، وكيف ممكن الآراء بتاعت الآخرين الما موافق لوجه نظر الحكومة كيف يمكن نديهم تشانس عشان يتكلموا. لأنه امبارح سيد رئيس البرلمان كان مشاركة في النقاش، وقانون بتاع البرلمان يقول رئيس البرلمان ما بيشارك، يعني بيقسم الفرص بس ما بيشارك، حتى لو عنده رأي ما بقوله. امبارح بيقول والله اللجان المتخصصة بحث الاتفاقيات دي ويعرفوا على انه ده اتفاقيات كويسه ومفيده لنا، ما حق بتاعتها. لو ده برلمان ثاني بيقول لا نحن ما حنناقش القضيه دي طالما رئيس البرلمان بقى من الناس المناقشين. الرئيس بتاع البرلمان ما بيناقش، بيقسم فرص بس، بيوجه. زول طالع برا من الموضوع بيقول لا انت برا من الموضوع بيناقش يا ده ناقش فيه. لكن امبارح شارك معنا. سؤال ده تجي توجه له.
المسج بتاعك الاخير اكيد المسج بتاعك الاخير بيكون شنو في الموضوع بتاعنا بتاعت حديثنا الليله في موضوع بتاع التوقيع على الاتفاقيه ده، وكمان كعضو من البرلمان وكخبير يعني موجود في البرلمان من زمن بتاع السودان، يور لاست مسج.
والله نحن كلام الخبراء ده في جنوب السودان ده حاجه ثانيه، ما اظن ده حاجه بيهتموا به كثير. خبير ده لانك لما يكون عندك اندر سكرتري بتاع وزاره وما يشتغل 20 سنه في وزاره، ده معناه انت ما الخبير ده زول يشتغل في محل 30 سنه وبعدها بقى اندر سكرتري وكيل بتاع وزاره وبعدها بقى خبير. ناس يعترفوا به. لكن انا لما اجيب زول عنده 20 سنه في الشغل ولا 15 سنه في الشغل عشان يبقى رئيس بتاع الناس اللي شغالين 30 سنه، عشان كده معناه انت نحن في جنوب السودان ما نعترف بخبراء. انا اللي بقول الاتفاقيات دي اتفاقيات بطاله استراتيجيا، ما ينفع معنا. دوله الامارات العربيه دي دوله ما مهمه في مؤامرات سياسيه، مؤامرات الماليه، مؤامرات كله ما مهمه عشان نجي نوقع معه اتفاقيات. ما ليه ما عملناه مع فيتنام او مع برازيل، دول مصنعه ممكن نستفيد منه. برازيل ليه ما يكون فيتنام؟ ليه ما يكون تايوان؟ ليه ما يكون هندي؟ ليه ما يكون دول دي؟ يكون امارات فيه شنو؟ قول سعوديه كبير واغنى منه، لكن برضو ما هيفيدنا. عشان كده انا بقول البرلمان اخطا، لكن طبعا ده كلام اغلبيه. انت ما عندك راي فيه، وانت بتقول رايك لكن
الأغلبية
الأغلبية
بمشي.
وأنت ممكن تستضيفهم، تجيبهم شعب الجنوب السوداني يسمعهم.
نعم.
هم بيقولوا شنو؟
لا طبعا.
يجيبوا الكلام النيدة
نعم.
ويكونوا في الترابيزة بتاعنا.
نعم. All right, Honorable Atem Garang, a member of National Parliament, which is country Jonglei State. Thank you very much for joining us on the
شكرا
today.
أستاذ. شكرا
Thank you.
كثير.
Thank you
الله
very
يديك
much.
العافية.
And thank you also for being part of us. And we have come to the end of the podcast for today, which is around South Sudan. Do not forget to join us again next week. On behalf of the technical team, Awan Moses, Darlington Moses, I am Emmanuel Joseph Akile, sitting in on behalf of Lasuba Memo. Have a great weekend. We meet again on Monday. And don't forget to join me on The Dawn.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you.
Each week, we explore the most impactful headlines that are shaping the narrative in South Sudan. We delve into issues related to national development, peace building, politics, culture, and economics. To stay informed and engaged, tune into Around South Sudan and be part of the conversation that matters. Subscribe now and join us for the stories that connect us all. Together, let's explore the